During the time of the Great Tribulation, there will be a man who will take over the events of this world. It will not be for entertainment, but for global dominion. This man will be the Antichrist. He will rule over nations and systems. Many people will worship and bow before him. The world will have one leader, one world system, and one worship. He will come to destroy the world with peace, and through his wisdom, the world will be under his government. He will rule over the media, the economy, and the religious community. He will declare himself to be the savior of the world. He will bring solutions to many chaos in the world. Many will look to him for solutions, and those who fight against him shall be killed. The world will suddenly take another order. Before we continue, please help us support the work of God. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please turn on the notification bell to be notified when we upload a new video. This Antichrist will be joined by his false prophet, who will try to perform many great signs and miracles in the name of the Antichrist. Many people have often wondered how a man called the Antichrist will suddenly come into this world and begin to rule over the world. It's hard to imagine now, but can you imagine how that we have what we call the world powers now? We have a nation that is known by most people as the most powerful nation in the world. Yet, many years ago, it was impossible to think that there would be a nation known as the most powerful nation in the world. If we can have the most powerful nation right now, or the most powerful president in the world, very soon it will not be a surprise to have the most powerful man in the world because of his global influence. The way the Antichrist and his system will be associated with will be by the mark. The mark of the Antichrist will be the mandatory mark that will be worn by every person. This mark is known as the beast mark, or the number 666. What is the mark of the beast? According to Revelation chapter 13, the Antichrist puppet, the beast from the earth, also known as the false prophet, will implement the mark to strengthen his one world order. He will cause both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. This reminds me of a time in ancient Roman history during the reign of the Roman army, when the then emperor forced people to receive a mark on their hand or on their forehead. Many people in history viewed him as the false prophet because of what he did. No one could buy or sell anything except they had the emperor's mark. Time has shown that he was not the Antichrist or even a false prophet. But this was going to be a pattern that the false prophet and the Antichrist will use. During the 42 months period that will come, a person will not be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Can you imagine not being able to buy groceries or even gas for yourself or your family? Okay, let's say you were okay and you have refused to take the mark. Do you realize when your children or any of your family members get sick, they won't be attended to in the hospital without the mark? There will be no one to sell medications to them without the mark. There will be no banks or places to earn wealth. When you call an ambulance for emergency, they will not attend to you without the mark. The mark will be the new currency in the days of tribulations to come. Having dollars or pounds or any form of money will not be relevant. The mark will become the most important thing in the world. For everyone who receives the mark of the beast, it will be for a sign that they belong to the Antichrist. Revelation chapter 13 verse 16 to 18 says, "And he caused all, both great and small, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Many people in ancient history have attempted to understand the number 666. Some people calculated this number from the time the book of Revelation was written, and they had believed that the Antichrist and the false prophet were particular persons in history, only to find out that their calculations were wrong. Brothers and sisters, we may not have the understanding to calculate the person's name so as to find out who the Antichrist and the false prophet will be. But one thing we can do is to stay watchful and pray. I have always wondered how the whole world will agree to taking the mark in order to buy and sell something. I heard a person saying it's impossible that the whole world will accept the mark as the new order. Brothers and sisters, look at what is happening now in our world today with the vaccines. I am not here to say if the vaccines is the mark of the beast or not, but we can see a similar strategy that will probably be adopted by the Antichrist and his false prophet. Who would have thought that a time will come when people would not be allowed to go to their jobs because of vaccines? People not allowed to eat in restaurants because they are not vaccinated. Not allowed to go to school because they are not vaccinated. The mandate for people to get vaccinated started like an idea, but now it's becoming mandatory. The Antichrist mark may also start like a suggestion, and then people will be forced to receive the mark. Those who refuse to receive the mark of the beast will be tortured and killed. In the days to come, it will be better to be dead than to be alive, because it will be impossible to live without having the mark of the beast. Those who receive the mark of the beast, the Bible tells us what will happen with them. Revelation chapter 14 verse 9 to 11. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in their forehead or in their hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascends up forever and ever. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whoever receives the mark of his name. Jesus Christ tells us what we must do now in Luke chapter 21 verse 36. Watch therefore and pray always, that you may be counted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Brothers and sisters, please, it's time for us to be committed and devoted Christians.